Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Let's see, 11:13. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 11:13 a.m. Sunday morning, whatever the date is, which I think it's the 9th. I'm not real sure. I think it's the 9th. Blue skies, absolutely blue. Not a single cloud anywhere. This is very nice. Temperature, I don't know what the temperature is. I thought it was like 23 or 24 when I last looked. But it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful day, and it's supposed to, I think today it's supposed to get up to 48 or 49. I'm not real sure. But I thought it said 48 or 49, and on, let's see, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday it's supposed to hit 50. Tomorrow I'll back up to 48 or 49 again. So very cool, yeah? Yeah. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. And I am back and diligently, trying to put programs back together. Excuse me. I just finished a really nice breakfast. Yay. I have my red Solo cup with my turmeric and ginger root tea. And of course that's for what? Inflammation and all that kind of stuff. It's really surprising, but when I drink this stuff, I don't have any, I'll say aches and pains, but soreness or joints that are kind of stiff. Being able to bend over, not real well, but when I drink this, I can. All kinds of neat things like that get going on. So, I'm enjoying my turmeric and ginger tea. Change today. Not a big change. I'm using my iPad. I found Wi-Fi, which I'm hooked up to right now. And I'm recording on my iPad. And actually, there's a lot more options available here. And it looks really kind of cool. I've not done this other than maybe a year or 2 or 3 ago, and I don't remember how well it went. I'm on recording that's not live, so when I'm done, I'm going to play it back. And of course, if it's not any good, I'll just erase it. But if it's okay, then I'll keep it. So that's the way that's going to happen today. I would like to, I would sure like to be able to use my iPad to record my podcasts on. And there's a chance, I spent quite a few hours yesterday working with some really smart young men on technology. And I would really like to start doing my YouTube videos again. So I'm working on that behind the scenes. Anyway, so here we go. Today, I don't know, I kind of want to talk about energy. Do you see yourself as energy or as matter? In our three-dimensional world, right? In our Newtonian world, in our linear time, we look around and everything looks pretty solid and intact. And our minds, excuse me, think in terms of matter. We're looking at these trees, these pine trees out in front of me, and they clearly look like matter. They're pine trees, beautiful looking trees. This building, this structure here is clearly matter. It looks like matter. And, everything that's around me right now, which is kind of countryside, is beautiful. But living here in a three-dimensional world, most people would probably look at it and say this is all matter. Okay. And you're going to act accordingly. If I want something, I'm matter, just like that tree is matter. So if I need to go from here to that tree, which is, I don't know, maybe 50 yards, I need to take my body and move it across space and time to get to that tree. Sounds pretty simple, sounds pretty goofy, right? Newtonian stuff. If I want to move that, there's a cone over here, If I want to move that cone over to this side over here, which is maybe 75 yards, this is me, matter, changing matter. I have to walk from here, space and time, to that cone, and then take that cone and move it over there 75 yards, which is space and time. 3-dimension, Newtonian. Everything seems kind of a little belabored or awkward. Oh, that tea's good. Hope it'll help my hoarse voice. Okay, so, and you don't think in terms, in this 3-dimensional world, of yourself as energy. You see yourself as matter going through a lot of work to change matter. Can you get it done? Of course you can get it done. Will it happen, in a relatively quick period of time? Absolutely not. It might take a long time. All right. So that's the way I think people look at their worlds around them. They have senses, we have the 5 senses. We look around, and our 5 senses determine what our world looks like. How we interpret our world is through our 5 senses. The part of the brain is the amygdala, right? And it processes all of this information that's coming in and ends up spitting out, so to speak, an impression or a perception of what our world looks like. All right, so that's kind of a real brief, short, layman's explanation of what I see people doing in our 3-dimensional world. Now, I'm saying that because I believe there's another option. Right? My question was, do you see yourself as energy and not matter? And I think I just answered it by saying, probably you guys see yourself as matter as you go about your daily business and do your affairs each day and your work and your relationships and all that kind of stuff. What I'm saying, and where I've gone, based on, the teachings of Dr. Joe and that model, which is just another model, by all means go and, find one that if it suits you better, then that's great too. But here's what I think. I think ultimately matter is made up of particles, which is made up of waves, which is made up of energy. Therefore, to me, I am energy, packed in wave, particle, and matter. And I don't see myself. I understand I'm in a 3-dimensional world, this Newtonian world, but I don't buy it. I'm more adhered to the quantum model of physics, of mechanics. And my understanding of it, and again, I do 10 years research in neuroscience, right? I'm trying to understand all this stuff. But I'm not a neuroscientist. I've done clinical psychology for 43 years and neuroscience research for the past 10, but that doesn't make me an expert at any of this stuff. It just gives me a direction for where I'm going in my thoughts and in my perceptions. And possibly some of this may relate to you guys, or you may choose to want to research this a little bit further on your own and see if it's something that would be comfortable in your lives, right? So here's my layman's spiel and understanding. Everything on the planet and in the universe, for all I know, but at least for in front of me, is made up of atoms, right? Protons, neutrons, electrons, atoms, right? And what we're talking about here is we're talking about things that can't be seen. Some of this stuff is so small, and I'm not a physicist, but in my readings, my understanding is that some of it's just so small you can't even see it. And if you turn your head away from it, it collapses. Right? Back into energy. Follow me on that? And therefore, everything is energy. These trees out in front of me, although they appear in the form of matter, they're really energy. And their energy, now follow this, you guys, that's vibrating at such a high rate that it becomes stable. Okay? Here's a RV over here parked. Excuse me. It appears to be matter, right? But it's made up of particles, waves, that are vibrating, atoms, that are vibrating at such a high rate that it appears stable. All right? Me, sitting here, I'm actually sitting in my truck in front of this building that has the Wi-Fi. But myself is particles that are waves, that are energy, vibrating at such an incredibly high rate that it appears that I'm stable. Matter. I look like matter. All right. So take this another step. Let's go to the next level. And again, this is kind of fun. So I encourage you guys to call in. You can call in now for all I care. I mean, it's 970-443-5111. That's my phone that I'm on right now. And it will not bump off this program. I'll answer the call and see who it is and what their thoughts are. But anyway, let's go even further to another level of this energy. If everything is energy, and everything is just vibrating energy, it has a tremendous force. It has tremendous power. It can alter things in a quicker fashion than matter trying to change matter. Pretty simple statement, right? Now it's your choice to decide if you want to believe that statement or not. I do. And I have proof that it can change things in a much faster way than Newtonian physics and mechanics. Through thought, through belief. Okay? So if a person has, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an MD doctor. So let's use this as an example. For instance, let's say somebody comes down with a terminal illness, and they go to the hospital, and they go to their specialists, and it's a cancer, and they go to their oncologist, and the oncologist wants to do surgery, and then do this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And it's a long, drawn-out process that may or may not work. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it's not something that's going to happen immediately. One way or the other, good or bad, positive or negative, right? That's Newtonian stuff. That's stuff that's old, that is not current. Actually, probably never was current other than a short period of time. But in the quantum model, you now look at how did that person acquire the disease or the cancer, and obviously through thought alone, they upregulate all kinds of genes that are particular to that cancer, and the cancer comes into their body through the environment, and bingo, they have cancer. Now, in order to get rid of it, I'm going to simplify this very, very quickly. Through thought alone, they can, and their energy and their vibrations, get on the same level in order to downregulate or get rid of or flush the diseased genes and have cancer no more. I know. That's the reason this doesn't work, is because people don't believe. People don't believe. Go to Dr. Joe Dispenza, pretty obvious, and he has pages of testimonials. They're just people with diseases that were cured through thought alone or the quantum model with energy. Some people, have tripped off onto the side and they do energy healing. It's the same principle of sorts. You're just taking your energy and your vibrations and raising them to a higher level that meets, the disease or what you're trying to battle and overcome. And when the vibrations match and when the energy matches, then, there's an opportunity that can exist there through the quantum model where healing may occur. Okay, so I'm not sticking my foot in my mouth and claiming, you're going to win $1 bazillion. I'm just saying, here's kind of part of the puzzle that has to do with the energy. So if we're not looking at ourselves as energy, how can we heal ourselves through energy? If we're not looking at ourselves as vibrational, how can we heal ourselves with the use of vibration? How can we collapse, so to speak, the matter, the particles, the waves into energy? I'm suggesting in this morning's podcast that you, the person listening to this, is overwhelmingly powerful based on how you look at the world you're in. The old model of matter or the new model of energy. And I got to preface this real quick, is that the new model of energy has been around way before the old model of matter. Make sense? So it's something for you guys to think about. You don't have to buy it hook, line, and sinker. I would strongly suggest if you want to heal yourself, you might. You need to go listen to all the testimonials. I mean, there's thousands, but pick out some that you might want to listen to. And you're going to hear people talk about they had this, that, and the other thing. And Newtonian medicine had no effect on them. And they were written off and told to go get their affairs in order. They happened to come across this model of self-healing, pursue it, do the work, and they're cured. They get kicked out of hospice. So anyway, there you go. I hope everybody has a good Sunday. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to the week. I think the week's going to turn out to be a really good one. And I wish everybody well. God bless everybody. Take care of one another. And I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks. See you. Bye.